I wanted to ask you, one of the big news items, of course, occurred at WrestleMania 30 was Brock Lesnar defeating the Undertaker to his 21-match winning streak over. I was shocked. I tweeted it that night. I wrote about it for FoxSports.com, which is why I watched the event from the hotel, and I didn't go to WrestleMania, and I was just a few blocks away. I didn't like it, the streak ending, and I was shocked that it did. Be that as it may, it happened. So what were your thoughts on the streak ending?
Well, I had said on my podcast previously, there's some things it takes 20 years to get to a point like that. There's some things that the people don't want to see. They want that feel-good moment for everything that The Undertaker and the man behind The Undertaker has done for the business, for the WWF, I thought it should be the feel-good moment every year at WrestleMania. Who's going to take it down, but nobody ever does, and he triumphs over adversity, and it's the feel-good moment. And I also said that sometimes people think they might want to see something in wrestling, but when they see it, it's more of a downer. It's more of a, oh, and it doesn't get the guy that beat the streak over at that point. It just diminishes the guy that was in charge of the streak. And here's the thing: I didn't see WrestleMania. I was actually driving back and got into Louisville about 10 o'clock that Sunday night, driving back from New Orleans. So even if I'd watched it on TV, sometimes this. You can only tell in the arena when you hear the people. Are they mad at the guy that did it, or does the air come out of them and they just go, oh, I feel bad?
Yeah.
You don't want a feel bad moment. Mad draws money. Sad doesn't draw money. But I don't know what it was. Maybe you don't even know what it was watching on television, but was this Undertaker? Certainly Undertaker was on board with it because it wouldn't have happened if he wasn't. So
right.
Therefore, I'm not going to second-guess it right now because I have respect for Mark Calloway. Was this his last match, and he just didn't want to make a big deal out of it, and he wanted to pass the torch and do what was right for business? Is Brock going to be more than just a part-time guy? Is he going to increase his appearances and help business? Is this something that registered with the fans as a shocking event that's going to draw money and make a new star, or is it something that's going to just diminish the people that were involved because it was something they really didn't want to see? I don't know.
Yeah.
I wonder about these things, but I don't know.
Well, if you're a fan, and I've got it on Twitter, I haven't gotten very much feedback from anybody that says they liked it. But I have some. A lot of people were just very, very disappointed, and they had a negative reaction. They didn't have a positive negative reaction. If you know what I mean. It's like you said.
Let me set something straight right now because this was a question that was written into my email. Do you think that Undertaker let Brock Lesnar end the streak because he was an MMA guy and he's really tough and people know that, and if he was going to lose to somebody, he wants to lose to somebody that he felt really could beat him? It's sort of like his Lou Thez in the 50s, right?
Yeah, come on.
And knowing the Undertaker, that's probably, number 14 on the list of reasons why he would have done that, and I think you would concur.
Absolutely would concur. Here's the deal. We're not going to know. I was disappointed to see it happen because, for this reason. I always thought that it would stay intact until he was ready to saddle up like John Wayne or Clint Eastwood and ride off in the credits roll. Because I always thought that my idea of my latest brainstorm of booking for me was
we both have those a lot, especially when we're in the bathroom.
Yeah, reading, sitting there. I thought that. Well, here's a hell of an angle. Undertaker wins the Royal Rumble in the Rumble before they play Texas Stadium. And he wins the Rumble, and he goes, and he wrestles the champion. The champion is John Cena. Well, it's not too far-fetched. John's been champion a lot, and people are always wanting Cena to turn heel. So Undertaker wins the Rumble. He says, I'm either going to win the title or I'm going to retire. So he goes to WrestleMania 32, in Texas Stadium. You got 100,000 people there. The Undertaker's either going to win the title in his home state of Texas, or he's going to lose and retire. And then you got the people doing all the conspiracy stuff saying, well, this is a perfect opportunity for Cena to turn heel. He'll screw the Undertaker. Undertaker will have to retire. Cena couldn't get any hotter as a heel at that time. So that's what they book. What you do is you have Undertaker go over. He wins the title. And the next night on Raw, he comes out and says, and better said than this, it's over. I'm done. I proved my point. I'm going out the way I wanted to go out. I gave you all I had. I left everything I had in the ring. There's nothing left. I have too much respect for the championship to be a part-time champion. And he said, I am retiring as the champion of WWE. And he lays the belt in the ring and leaves. So now you got a tournament you can have, and your main event's made for your next pay-per-view. And that was my little storyline. I liked it because...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the words of Kid Rock, if it looks good, you'll see it. If it sounds good, you'll hear it. If it's marketed right, you'll buy it. But if it is good, you'll feel it. And that's why that people who have experience in the wrestling industry can feel these things and come up with these things, as Kenny Bolin would say, on the sperm of the moment that defeat and outrank the things that the writers with degrees from major universities come up with.
One of the...
And I like it, but, it's too late now.
Oh,
it's too late to turn back now. I believe we've fallen into...
Yeah. We haven't fallen in love with that one. That's over.
Yeah.
But it was a nice fantasy booking for a couple of seconds.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.